Let's do this. It's a beautiful day for math, so let's review 1 through 9 and hopefully get a better grasp of simple interest and compound interest. All right, what I want you to do is to check your work right now. So pause, check these 9 problems, see which ones you need to review and see the work for, and then fast forward, skip around to the video to make sure that you can watch the work for the ones that you need help with. All right, here we go. All right, if you needed help with number 1, then you would have noticed that it says find the simple interest. It doesn't say find the final cost or find the final amount. It says just the simple interest. So we are going to remember that the I stands for interest. So we're finding that. P in this case stands for principal, which we can find right there. So that's going to be 1,350. And then we have the rate, which we're going to write as a decimal, 0.06. And then we have the years, 7 years, and the T represents time, so that's going to be 7. All right, now we just have to do our calculations. When I multiply all that together, I get my $567. Okay, and that's how much interest you would earn in 7 years. Now, if we wanted to get the total, we could add these two together and get the total you would have in that account. All right, on to number 2. So in this case, this is one of those ones that you'll want to take a close look at, maybe star. Okay, it gives you the time in months, and the simple interest formula is set up to be just for years. So we're still finding this simple interest here, the interest earned. Okay, we know the principal is 240. We know the rate is 8%, so that's going to be 0.08. And then we're going to multiply it by the time, but it has to be years. Okay, so how many years is 9 months? Well, to convert months to years, we just divide the number of months by 12. All right, and that would equal 3/4, which we can put in 0.75 just because it's easier to type in a calculator. All right, and then when we multiply that together, we get that $14.40 worth of interest earned. All right, again, we could add the principal and the interest to get the total amount that we have. Okay, so this part here to convert the months to years is probably an important piece that you need to know. All right, on to number 3. We have that interest I, and now we need the principal for number 3, which is going to be $725. We're going to multiply that by the rate, the interest rate, which is going to be 0.0325. Okay, because we take that decimal and we bump it over twice because we divide by 100 because percent's always out of 100. Okay, and then we're going to multiply that by, oh good, this is in years, so we get the 5 years there. So the interest earned on this account is going to be $117.81. All right, let's go to the last one. Again, it's a month problem. A month problem. So that means we have to convert those months to years. We still use the same formula. We know the interest earned is going to be calculated by doing the principal, which is $3,750. And then we're going to multiply that by the rate, which is 5.75%, which is 0.0575 as a decimal. And now we have to convert the 42 months into years. And we can do that by doing 42 divided by 12. All right, so I know that it goes in 3 full times, which gives me 36, remainder of 6. So that's 3 6/12, which is 3.5. So I got times 3.5. All right, and when I multiply that up, I get that nice bit of interest of $754.60. 69 cents. And if we were to total those guys up, we'd get the total amount in our account. This problem didn't ask us to do that though, so we can move on. All right, number 5. This is a problem where you are missing, okay, you're missing the simple interest rate, the rate. So you're actually missing the percent here. All right, but we're going to use the same formula, and they actually, let's see. Okay, we have to find the simple interest rate. So first, we have to figure out what she actually paid over those 3 years. So her sister pays off her student loan, $5,000 in 3 years. If she made a payment of this much each month, okay, what's the simple interest rate for the loan? So, all right, so she's going to pay off the whole loan of $5,000, but she's actually going to pay more than that because she borrowed the money. So we have to figure out exactly what she paid total first. All right. So she was paying for 3 years at $152.35 each month. So that's 36 months because 3 years is 36 months. So we're going to do $152.35 times what did I say? 36. Sorry. I don't know what I'm thinking. Got lost there. Times 36. Okay, now I'm just going to pause and do the math on a calculator. Math. All right. So, excuse me. That came to a grand total of $5,484.60. So how much interest did she pay? She owed $5,000, right? Because you borrowed that for her student loan. But she actually ended up paying $5,484.60. So if we subtract the $5,000 that she actually owed, we get $484.60. All right, so that is the extra that she paid, so that's what we call the interest. Okay, so then what we can do here is we put that interest in for I. My dad's texting me. Okay, $484.60. Remember, we're looking for R, the interest rate. We know the principal, the amount that she initially borrowed was $5,000. I'll leave that there. And the time we know is 3 years. All right, so now we have to solve for R. So what we're going to do is we can use commutative property and multiply these guys together. So that's going to be 15,000 R equals 48460. And then we're going to divide by the 15,000. And that's going to give us our decimal, excuse me, of 3.2, oops, sorry, it actually comes to 0.0323, and which we will then turn to, boom, boom, 3.23% is our interest rate. Okay, that is a tough problem for sure. Hopefully you followed, and hopefully you'll be ready to do that one as an extra credit problem. All right, now on to number 6. I really thought we had trouble with the compound interest problem. So if it says compounded annually here, that means we have to follow our compound interest rules here. And that just means you have to calculate that interest every year and add it on. Then calculate the interest again and add it on. So let's get to it. All right. Excuse me. How do we calculate? Excuse me. It's all those gummy bears I've been eating to keep myself awake for this video. Anyway, right? Interest is just a part of the whole. So what we can do is do, no, not P for part. Sorry, that's what I've learned in the past. But anyway, man. All right. A equals P times B, right? Where this is the interest earned. That's a little part of the whole. Okay. And this is the percent and this is the principal or the starting amount. All right, so we can just do the, excuse me, 5%, 0.05 of that original amount, 480. All right, that comes to, let's say, 480 times 0.05 equals, that's $24. All right, so that's year one. They earn $24. We add that. 480 plus 24 equals 504. Now, this is our new principal. So we're going to do it again. A equals P times B. Okay, we're just doing the interest rate times the 504 this time. So 0.05 times 504, boom. I get A equals, okay, I get 25, 20. Now we have a new, we have interest. We have to add that on to the 504 plus 25, 20. All right, and that gives me 529.20. Okay, now we have a new interest amount. We have to do this for 3 years. So we did, here's my first year, right? First year, that's my second year, and now after my third year. So now I have to do that same thing one more time. A equals P times B, and I'm going to find the 0.05 interest on the 529.20, and that is 0.05 times 529.20, and that gives me 26.46. And our last step is to add 529.20 plus 26.46, and that gives me cool 555.66. Nice, and that is my final answer. Okay, so that's all it is. You just got to keep finding that percent of the new totals. Okay, let's go. Number 7. Let's try this. Now, I could give you the other method as well, but this is the way that the book kind of teaches it. Okay, so let's go with number 7. We got our initial principal of that. We are adding on 11% each time, and it's only for 2 years. Yes, that's good news. Okay, A equals P times B. All right, our principal is 515. We're going to multiply that by 0.118. All right, and this is going to give us our interest. Okay, 5.5 times 0.118. And that gives us 60.77. All right, that's a pretty good amount for 1 year. Okay, so that's year 1. We got to do the addition. 515 plus 60.77. All right, and now this is our new amount we're going to go with next time, okay? So we got to do the 575.70. Oops, I forgot the actual. Oh, I reversed it there. These guys should be in different spots. Sorry, it's same idea though. 0.118 times the 575.77, right? And that's 0.118 times 575.77. Ooh, look at us go. We got some crazy numbers coming now. 67.94. We're going to round it to the nearest cent though. It came to 0.86, but we don't need any of that because it says round to the nearest cent. And now we're going to add that. We only had to do it for 2 years, so 575.77 plus 67.94. And we get 643.71. Just like the book. All right, we're doing okay. Hanging in there. Thanks for sticking with it. Number 8. Okay, we got to do it for 4 years. All right, that's it. I'm doing a shortcut. Okay, this is a percent increase. So remember we learned percent increase or percent markup? This is just like a markup, okay? We're taking a little percent and we're adding it on. So what you can do here is I'm going to do the 100% plus the 6.25%, okay? That gives me 106.25%. So I'm going to bump this over twice and have 1.0625. Okay. When I multiply by that, that automatically takes that whole, right, one whole of the principal and adds on automatically the 6.25%. Okay. So all I have to do now is do that 1.0625 times my principal, which in this case is 6,500. I keep losing my spot. 25. All right, 1.0625 times 6,525 equals. Oh yeah. All right, that gives me $6,932.81 and 25 there at the end. Okay. Now, all I have to do is multiply that again by 1.0625. So this, right, this is year 1. Then I'm going to get year 2 by multiplying again. So I just left it on my calculator, and I'm going to go like this. Times 1.0625. And I get 7,366.11328125. Wow. Okay, and all I have to do is, guess what? Multiply that by 1.0625 times 1.0625. Boom. Comes to 7,826.49536,132. And guess what I have to do? Times 1.0625. And that gets me my total of $8,315.65. Now, depending on how you round it, it might come to a little bit different answer, a couple cents off here or there, but that would be how you do it. And if you want a really shortcut, then try this one. The final cost is going to be the principal times 1 plus the rate to the t power. Check this out. This is awesome. What's the original principal? All right, you have to know how to use a calculator pretty well, though. The original principal was, oh, I see it here. Okay, 6,525 times 1 plus the rate, which was 0.0625, and then to the 4th power because it was for 4 years. Okay, then you would simplify. 6,525, 1 plus, oops, sorry, it comes to 1.0625, and that's to the 4th power. So really, you could have just done this. 6,525 times 1.0625 times 1.0625 times 1.0625 times 1.0625. Oh, yeah. All right. So there you go. That's a simple way to do compound interest. Huh? See what I did there? All right. Number 9. We're going that for 3 years. So the quick way to do it is 2,750 times 1.08 5 times 1.085 times 1.085. 1 year, 2 year, 3 years of all of it and a little bit more, all of it and a little bit more, all of it and a little bit more. Okay, now I wanted to get quickly through 9. So there you go. If you're still confused about compound interest, ask, and also let me know which way you would prefer to learn it, because there are so many ways. All right. Always a beautiful day for math. Hopefully you progressed in this one. Woodworth out.